Watch this.
That is close.
Martinsville Speedway once again delivered chaos, and Carson Hocevar was right in the middle of it. His aggressive driving left tempers flaring and teams fuming across pit road. Now Jeff Gordon has broken his silence, and what he said about the Martinsville mayhem says it all. Let's break down exactly how it all went down. Carson Hocevar's day at Martinsville was one for the books, but not in the way a driver would hope. The number. 77 Spire Motorsports driver triggered not one, not two, but multiple cautions throughout the race, frustrating the field and shaking up strategies across pit road. It started on lap 216. Hocevar lost control and spun, bringing out the first caution of the afternoon. That alone would be enough to frustrate frontrunners, but it didn't stop there.
What happens? Daniel Suarez.
Oh, no.
I mean, these two have all day long. There's some kind of problem with the 71. There's some sort of an issue.
Future teammates at Spire next year.
On lap 399, deep into stage 3, Hocevar did it again, spinning out and setting off another yellow flag. And with just 17 laps to go, he hit the wall in turn 4, bringing the race to another halt. These cautions flipped the rhythm of the race, altering tire strategies and pushing some teams out of contention while giving others a second chance. For Hocevar, it was another chapter in a season full of aggressive moments, but this time, the chaos didn't go unnoticed. Jeff Gordon, a Hall of Famer and executive at Hendrick Motorsports, didn't hold back when asked about Hocevar's antics. Speaking after seeing his drivers, Kyle Larson and William Byron, lock in their spots for the Championship 4, Gordon was clearly unimpressed. You mean the third time the 77 was in an incident? More than 3? I don't know. I lost count, Gordon said with a smirk. That Monday morning meeting is going to be a tough one over there at Spire. While he never called Hocevar out by name, the message was crystal clear. Gordon is watching, and so is Rick Hendrick. And with Hocevar's name floated as a potential Hendrick Cup ride in the future, this kind of performance raises eyebrows. Carson Hocevar is undeniably talented. His speed is real. His aggression, electrifying. But when the chaos outweighs the consistency, questions start to emerge, especially with powerful eyes watching. Despite signing a multi-year deal with Spire Motorsports, Hocevar's connection to the Hendrick camp has always kept the rumor mill churning. But Martinsville might have dented that momentum. His feud with Daniel Suarez didn't help. After being spun twice, once in stage 2, once in stage 3, Hocevar blamed Suarez over the radio in no uncertain terms. Him, he said, letting the world know where he stood. And while he later admitted one of the spins was his own fault, caused by accidentally hitting the kill switch, the damage to his reputation was done. This isn't the first time Hocevar has found himself at the center of controversy. Remember the Chicago Street race? Hocevar hit the wall early, caused a massive pileup, and left teams steaming. Then there was Mexico, where he reignited a long simmering feud with Ricky Stenhouse Jr. And who could forget Echo Park Speedway, where his aggression led to Ryan Blaney spinning out en route to a second-place finish. Veterans across the garage have noticed. Some admire the throwback to the Intimidator days. Others see recklessness dressed up as boldness. The Hendrick brain trust seems split, and Martinsville might have nudged the scales. It wasn't just Gordon who had something to say. Kyle Larson, now heading to the Championship 4, didn't mince words either. A couple of times I just wanted it to stay green. Then, the 77 Carson Hocevar was in like every caution tonight, Larson said. You just never know how the aggression is going to pick up, and everybody's give a saltaprit. Factor goes out the window there. Larson's point is clear. Drivers build strategies around long runs, tire wear, fuel mileage, and every caution resets the field, erasing advantages and escalating risk. With a championship on the line, that kind of unpredictability is infuriating. Hocevar's final crash with 17 laps remaining didn't just derail his race, it changed the entire complexion of the finish. Leaders like William Byron and Ryan Blaney were due for a straight-up battle. Instead, the caution gave everyone one last shot with fresh tires, and the field reset. Byron still won, but the ripple effects were felt through the garage. Every spin, every wreck, every caution comes with consequences. It's not just about one driver, it's about 36. At just 22, Carson Hocevar has time on his side. But in NASCAR, time doesn't always mean patience. When you're in the spotlight, every move is magnified. And when you're connected to a powerhouse like Hendrick, the pressure is doubled. Gordon's words may have been measured, but the message was unmistakable. Martinsville was a test, and Hocevar, at least in Gordon's eyes, didn't pass it. Hendrick Motorsports has a reputation for excellence. Gordon, Johnson, Earnhardt Jr., Byron, Larson, drivers who not only win, but elevate the sport. Hocevar's ceiling might be high, but with every wreck, every feud, and every outburst, the question becomes harder to ignore. Does he fit the mold? Jeff Gordon didn't need to rant. One sarcastic remark said it all. If Hocevar wants that Hendrick seat one day, the road just got a little rougher. Behind every wrecked car is a frustrated crew chief. As Jeff Gordon subtly pointed out, Monday morning meetings at Spire were likely brutal. Every caution added another layer of data, more decisions to make, and more pressure building inside the garage. That kind of internal chaos doesn't go unnoticed in a sport where chemistry between driver and crew is everything. And when that chaos spills over to affect not only current teammates, but future ones too, it raises serious concerns. Can Hocevar be trusted to hold it together under pressure? Is his racing IQ growing fast enough to keep pace with his ambition? While fans and analysts focus on lap times and finishes, there's another layer to this conversation. Sponsors. In today's NASCAR, image matters. Every outburst, every radio meltdown, every rivalry becomes part of a driver's brand. And Hocevar's brand is becoming harder to manage. Big-name sponsors want reliability. They want a face they can plaster on billboards and commercials without fearing a PR disaster. While fans might love a little chaos, sponsors don't. And Jeff Gordon, now an executive deeply involved in those conversations, knows that better than most. Of course, all of this doesn't mean Hocevar's path is blocked. NASCAR loves a redemption story. If he can balance aggression with control, if he can learn to race clean and finish strong, the door to HMS could still swing open. He's got the fire. Now he just needs finesse. Hocevar's next races will matter more than ever. The spotlight is on. The scrutiny is intense, and every move he makes from here on out could either rebuild his stock or burn it to the ground. Carson Hocevar has the raw ingredients to become a NASCAR star. But if he wants to race in a Hendrick seat, he needs to prove more than just speed. He needs discipline. He needs maturity. He needs to show the sport, and Jeff Gordon, that Martinsville was the exception, not the standard. Because talent opens the door, but trust keeps it open. The road ahead for Carson Hocevar is full of opportunity, but also filled with obstacles of his own making. Can he evolve into the kind of driver who competes for championships, not just headlines? Or will he become a cautionary tale of what happens when potential goes unchecked? The next race isn't just about points. It's about proving he belongs. Because in NASCAR, your name is only as strong as your last race. And Carson Hocevar's last race, it left a mark. The question now is simple. What kind of mark will he make next?